Hello everyone. How's everybody doing this Sunday? Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. This is Monica, and I am going to start getting ready today. I'm going to be using, most of the products I will be using today are going to be LimeLight by Alcone products, but I also will be using shadows from Too Faced. I started, it's called Too Faced Natural Love, and it's this really cool palette right here that I absolutely love. It's very, has beautiful colors, you'll see. Voila! And so they have some shimmeries and some matte colors, and I'm going to start. I've already primed my face, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and get started with our first base makeup primer, which is a fine mist, and it's oil free, and it's also silicone free. A lot of the products that you will be seeing, like I said, seeing used today are from LimeLight. Some of them, some of the other products that I have, like I said, are going to be, I do have some of the Morphe palettes and stuff that I use, but I will not be using those today. All right, I like to do my eyebrows. I like to start with my eyebrows, and I'm actually going to be using a Too Faced, another Too Faced shadow that I have. It's called Totally Cute, and I'm going to be using the color Chocolate Donut, and that's what I like to use to do my eyebrows. And I like to start with those because as I mist, I like to go ahead and just start putting together and filling in the eyebrows like so. Okay, and just darkening and filling those in. Now I don't go super precise with this because I do use our concealer to then come back and clean everything up and make everything nice and clean. Okay, so let me continue here. Now I do a lot of Facebook lives, but I have not done YouTube live. This is actually my first time doing YouTube live, so I hope to start getting you guys to come in here on a regular basis to chat with you guys and see what, you know, see what's going on and talk about different things, the different looks that you may want and like. Okay, so as I'm doing that, I'm pretty much done with that. Now I like to just brush everything in, and then I will come back with my concealer brush, and I will grab my natural color concealer, which for us is the number 4. It's this one right here. Excuse me. Oh, I have a little, one of the little sign things that came up on it. It's this one right here, which is basically almost skin tone. And I'm grabbing a concealer brush, and I'm coming up to the eyebrow area, and I'm just going to clean it up and make it nice and kind of create that the curve there in the eyebrow. I will also do the same on the upper, just like so. You see, so it cleans it all up and it gives you that really pretty manicured look. Now I will be very honest with you, when it comes to the eyebrows, I don't feel that that's my forte. Some people now, it is the one thing that I constantly work on, and I constantly keep wanting to improve on, because I don't feel it's my strongest point when it comes to doing the makeup. But that's okay, because practice makes perfect, so we got to keep practicing. All right, so I'm actually getting ready to go on a very we're gonna go actually for a late lunch or late dinner, and once that's done, I'm gonna grab our blender full. We're gonna go for a Jeep ride, and so I'm gonna do something very light here. Now this blender full, okay, it is damp. Now I don't wet it every single time, because we have a little cute little pouch like this with LimeLight by Alcone that holds your it holds your blender full in there, which is the little sponge here. And once, like, I wet it once or every like other time, it does keep it lets it breathe, and it doesn't let it get any funky odors or anything like that. Okay, so now that I've done that, I also did use now we'll put a little more here. I did use our concealer as a primer for my eyes today, because it is waterproof, so that's gonna help for my makeup to last all day. Especially I live in Florida, and with the Florida heat and the humidity, it really helps to have that waterproof concealer. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and get started. I like to start with my eyes, so if there's any fallout, I can just go ahead and clean it up later. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the Natural Love palette by Too Faced, and I'm going to start with the color Heaven and Fairy Tale. I'm going to mix both of them, tapping on both. I'm going to start actually with Heaven, and Heaven is going to be a matte color. It's kind of like a bone, a little bone color, and I'm going to use that as my transition color, and that's going to go all over my lid on both of my eyes. I will put it on, you know, start there and just go up. And with this particular way of applying, there's not going to be a lot of you know, you don't have to be so precise. Hello everyone, I don't know who's there, please say hello. Let me see here if it allows me to see the chat. Okay, all right, whoop. All right, so with I'm still going with the Heaven color out of the Too Faced palette right now. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and go into Fairy Tale. Fairy Tale is more of a goldy color, and I'm going to use that actually. Okay, let me first of all, let me do this. Let me change brushes. I'm going to go for something a little bit darker. Okay, so I'm using this fluffy brush, and I'm actually going to start with the color Nudie, which is this matte color right here, this one right here. And I'm going to start with my crease line. Now when I start darkening the crease, I like to do it gradually, and I always tell all the girls, especially that are starting, try to start darkening your crease gradually so that it's not so scary. A lot of people are super afraid of color, and it is basically just because they kind of jump from having nothing in their eyes to then going super dark, and that becomes an issue because it becomes very intimidating. So again, I'm just using this little brush, and I'm going with Nudie, and I am just doing small rotating motions, and I'm going up into my up high into my lid, almost close to the eyebrow area, but not too close, because you always want to leave this area right here and this area inside as bright as possible. Okay, so I will go ahead and continue darkening that area, and I'm still using the same color. It's Nudie, and it's by the Natural Love by Too Faced, which is this palette right here. Okay, all right, I am now then I'm gonna go ahead and start darkening my crease with Chocolate Martini. That is more of a, it's also a brown, but it's a little bit deeper, and it also has a little bit of shimmer. Okay, so I'm actually did not change my brush. I use the same exact brush. I take the access off. I come to the lid here, and I go right into the crease. Now I don't have hooded eyes. If you have hooded eyes, guys, if your hood just kind of sits up down like this a little bit, you got to create your crease above your crease. Meaning, if your eyelid is something like this, you're going to apply your makeup with your eye open, and you're going to find that area right here above your crease, and you're going to create a fictitious crease so that people can see your you can actually see the crease you created, and it looks like you don't really have a hooded eye or much of a hooded eye. Okay, now I'm going to do the exact same thing for this one. Now I'm staying within this corner right here, okay, and I'm going up into my crease, and again trying to stay off of this area here, because I will come back and highlight that, the lower part of the lid. Okay, so again, I'm still using Chocolate Martini, and I'm just doing small rotating motions, not putting a lot of pressure. If you can hold your brush further away, that's the best thing to do, because the further away you hold it, that less pressure you put on the brush, and the easier that it is to blend everything without having any harsh lines. Okay, so it's getting there. We're darkening and getting a little bit of a smoky neutral eye. Okay, now I will go ahead and change, and I'm going to be using a pointy brush. Now this particular one, hold on a minute, this is not the one I wanted. This particular one is by LimeLight by Alcone, and it's a pointy blender brush, if I'm not mistaken. Is brush number 1, I think it is, but don't mind me. It's just called the Pointy Blending Brush by LimeLight by Alcone. Okay, so now I'm going to start getting darker. I'm going to go into Fingers Crossed, which is also, it's a little bit of a darker brown, and it does have some gold little shimmer on it. And I'm just tapping on it, taking the excess off. And now I'm going to start focusing just on this corner here. Okay, I'm not going to go past that area. I'm not going to keep taking it up into the lid. I'm just focusing right in the corner there, okay? So like so, and I'm trying to create kind of like a V. And then with that V, I'm going to start going under the eye by my lower lash line, okay, to intensify this, okay? And again, I am tapping onto Fingers Crossed, and I am just coming right to this area and just doing small rotating motions, going kind of deep into the crease here, and just creating that V and coming under like so. Okay, so as you can see, it's starting to get deeper there, but it's not going to be super, super hard to manage because I'm doing just very small rotating motions. Okay, and yes, it's getting darker, and that is quite all right. That is what we want. I'm tapping on here, going again in that little corner there, just up into the crease, and then going under for the bottom of the lash line, just starting to smoke this out a little bit. And I'm using, again, Fingers Crossed, and that one is by Too Faced. Okay, you see on here how you can actually see that it's a little bit harsher. So what I'm going to do is I cleaned my brush on this little mat that I have, and I'm just going to come up here and I'm just going to blend everything in so that there is absolutely no harsh lines. Like so. Okay, now I like to just kind of leave this like it is for now, okay? And I will start, I'm going to get one of these little bendy brushes like this, and I'm going to create a kind of, it's called Hot and Bothered, and it's like a goldish coppery color. And I'm going to kind of bring that here, kind of create like a liner with it. And I'm going to run that all the way into, you see, all the way into the corner there. I'm using a very pointy brush, and I do like to just stretch out my eye really quick. Now what I love about this brush is that you can create any liner color that you want with whatever shadows you have. And that's the magic of it. I totally, totally love it. Okay. So again, I'm using Hot and Bothered from the Too Faced palette, and I'm just creating that line. And that liner line. Is that such a thing? A liner line? We'll finish it up in a minute, but now I will go ahead and get started with our foundation. Now, our foundation with LimeLight by Alcone, it is 50% pigmented and it's wax based. Okay, you need a very, very little bit to cover everything up. And as you can see, I do have a lot of discolorations. My nose area here gets red. And but one of the things that I do like to start with is our concealers. I like to do color matching for right under my eyes, so I'm using that concealer number 4 and going right under the eyes here, even before I put on my foundation, to kind of color correct the under the eye and the redness here, right around my nose area. Now again, I'm not very precise with this because I will come back with the foundation and it would help me. So I'm going to use Shinto 2. Our foundations come in little palettes like this. I'm going to use Shinto 2, which is this color right here. Okay, and a little bit goes a very long way with our foundation. So I will go ahead and see all that. That's actually a little bit too much, but I will go ahead and spit it onto my hand here. And because it is wax based, the heat of your body is going to help for it to kind of get very soft. And I'm going to use our buffer brush, which is this one right here by LimeLight by Alcone. Okay, it's kind of like a stippling brush, and I'm just going to come to the foundation, tap it, and then put it on my face. And then I'm going to do small rotating motions, start blending everything, including the concealer that I had originally applied. Okay, so small rotating motions. You will see the flawless finish that you get from this foundation. First of all, like I said, it is 50% pigmented. It is used by professional makeup artists and celebrities. It is used on TV. And it is, RCMA is the company that works with us for our foundation. Okay. Now, LimeLight by Alcone is family owned, and it's been in business for about 50 some odd years. And one of the things that I love about it is that this is the first time that professional grade makeup is being able to be purchased by the everyday woman. And I think it's amazing because the way that they formulate everything is amazing, because they actually formulate it to sit on your skin and not be absorbed by it, which is amazing. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and grab another buffer brush that I have, and I'm going to contour my face just a little bit with our concealers. Now I'm going to be using concealer number 5 and 6, which is these two right here, the dark ones. I'm just going to tap on both of them, come to my face, and start creating, okay, that contour. Contour my nose. So I'm going to give dimension back to my face. So one of the things you do when you do your makeup is your foundation, it totally takes the structure out of your face. So now I'm putting in structure back in my face with the contour. And again, I'm using small rotating motions, making it very easy and just blending everything in. Okay. Now I will come back now, and I'm going to seal everything with our setting powder, which is actually a translucent powder, and it doesn't matter that I contoured it because this is translucent. It's not going to make any difference. So I'm going to use this big puffy brush, and I'm going to come here, and I'm just going to set everything that I just did. Once this is set, I will then go ahead and use our bronzer just to seal the area that I contoured. So our bronzer does not have any shimmer, so I like to just go over the areas that I contoured. And then I will go ahead and use our blush, or I'm going to use 2 blushes today. I'm going to use blush number 7 and number 3, these two right here. And then this is our Glow, which I'm going to use it as a highlighter. It's a very light highlighter that you can use on a regular basis, like for every day. It's not like the highlighting that you would use to go out on a special night or whatever. This is a very light highlighter, and it's called Glow, that you can use it for every day. So I'm going to highlight the bridge of my nose here. I'm going to highlight right above my blush for the cheekbones, okay? Then I do like to come back with the blush brush, not adding any more, but just cleaning that up like so. Okay, once we are done with that, this is going to be pretty much a quick face. I'm not going to keep you here forever. I'm going to grab a little brush here, and I'm going to grab the color Spoiled, and I'm going to come right here to my lash line and darken that. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing here, and I'm basically creating a very soft liner look with the shadow, like so. Okay, now I'm going to come back with that bent pointy brush that I had originally, this one right here. And I'm going to grab that same color, the Hot and Bothered, and I'm going to come right above that, and I'm going to make sure that this is nice and strong there in the corner. You see that? Just to give it a little bit of a highlight. I'm going to do the same thing over here. Same thing over here. Okay, now I will come back with one of these. Let me see what I have here. Just this brush right here, a regular shadow brush, and I am going to grab Heavenly and Fairy Tale, which is, Heavenly is like a bone and Fairy Tale has a tiny little bit of shimmer, and I'm actually just going to stick with the Heavenly and just highlight that area, but I'm sticking with the matte look. So Heaven is going to go right by the brow line here. Okay, and then next I will go ahead and do my mascara. Now our mascara, the one by LimeLight, it does have fibers in it, so it's going to help to lengthen your lashes. Okay, now I have to tell you, I did not take, our mascara is very buildable, and I was lazy and I did not take off my mascara last night, which is really not a great thing, because I should have, but I didn't. Okay, so now I will go ahead and just touch up my mascara. Some of the little fibers are being difficult today. There we go. Okay. And then I will do the same thing on the other side. Just touching it up. And now I'm going to do the lower lash line. And since I did go with the copper with the liner there, I'm going to go ahead and use a, let me see what I have here. I'm going to use our lipstick, and it's lipstick number 200, which is kind of like a coppery color also. But I am also going to use that same brush that I used for the liner, and I'm going to actually tap it on here and like so. And I'm going to line my lips. Why? Because I like that really precise finish that you normally cannot get with the lipstick. All right, guys, so this is my first YouTube live. So if you guys are able to I will go ahead and do our finishing spray. We have, it's called 10 Years Younger Finishing Spray, and this is going to help to keep everything in place. I absolutely love it. And the only other thing that I will do after I'm done here is I will touch up my lashes again, and I'll be done. But right now my face is just setting. So I hope you guys have an amazing, amazing Sunday. Thank you for watching me. If you got some good pointers out of this, please make sure to share or invite people to my my channel. Make sure to give it a like and to subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you. Have an amazing day. Love you guys. Bye.